So we're going to pretend that we have a child who's using their ear molds for testing today, so we want to set that up appropriately. So again, starting with your panel here, we know that we want to test tones, so that's good. Stimulus remains tone, but now we need to switch our transducer to insert, and your screen should reflect insert phone. And then you'll want to decide what type of tone you want to present. So you can either use the buttons on the audiometer, and you'll see the panel at the bottom changes. So if we go back to signal and we open it up, you see what your options are. And you can select a warble tone, which is also FM, pulse tone, all of these options. So you can pick it, or you can actually use your mouse to do the same thing. So if we click on signal, you can select what you need using the mouse. And then if you need to change your dB step, you can do it here, but we won't typically do that until we get to aided testing. If you were doing a CI detection or a hearing aid detection, you can change the aided option to reflect that it's hearing aid CI or unaided. And those are really the three columns that you're going to use for that. So let's check unaided. Perfect. And for some reason, when we clicked aided, did you notice the transducer switched? So now it says speaker. We need to go back to insert phone. So you always want to be mindful of what your screen is telling you so you have the most accurate results. So when you're testing someone who doesn't use hearing aids, best practice is to use insert earphones. But if they have their own personal molds and those molds are not vented, you can actually place them on this. So you would just remove the insert, or hopefully there's not one on there. You don't want dirty inserts on there. You find the corresponding left mold for the left side and insert it in the nubbin. And then you would do the same for the right side. And your audiometer should still say insert phone, but now we're using the custom molds, which will help when programming hearing aids. So with this audiometer, you'll do your same best practice of presenting. If you have another audiogram to compare to, you can use that to help guide you, but you drop down 10. If they don't respond, you keep ascending until you achieve 2 threshold responses. And then once you get to that point where they give you 2 responses, you can hit the store button, which will then mark the response on the audiometer. And then you continue forward, getting all of the responses that you need.